Remember, we're talking about maybe inserting this little round exhaust ring in there. Normally we don't use it, the GY6, but it will go right there. So it might create a little bit more abstract, so we're probably not going to use it. Less is better. Not a bunch of add-on stuff that can cause a little bit more vibration. So we're going to go ahead and get that guy on there now. And you're going to be able to see. A second here. Here we go. Kids love to play with dirt. Alright, so let's put our gasket on there. Where's our dry gasket again? Get this guy also, even though he's just temporarily, we want to make sure he doesn't get dirty on our thing, so give him a good, wipe down all the lint, any kind of debris that might scratch. Okay. Poke him through. Gotta tighten our engine chain. Alright, so there we go. That's good right there. Okay, got one more here. We're gonna go and put our cylinder head. Got the long way. We got the short way. So cylinder head again. You can come to the top here, it'll be easier to see what I'm doing. You can see here, this one goes this way, right there. So you got our spark plug on the right hand side of the crankcase. We're about to go in and get ready to put that guy in there. Try to get you guys a little bit better angle here that we can see the front and top. Okay, so I'm coming in, feeding the chain through intake cylinder head, the Taida one. Super excited. This is what we've been anticipating if it will work on a 180cc SSP-G. The Taida 232 cylinder head, big port valves. Okay. We gotta get that cylinder stuck to the line. Oh, forgot dowel pins. Got too excited there. Okay, let's go and put 2 new dowel pins in there. From our case here. Yeah, again, they are 10mm dowel pins. So we gotta put that guy in there right here. Okay, actually it might go the opposite direction because we had the base gasket go from the left-hand crankcase, so the cylinder head will probably go to the right side now. It kind of like, it offsets each other to help each other balance the weight, I guess. So let's see if this goes in this way. No, it doesn't. I apologize. So this one actually will still go in the lower. There we go. This will go in the lower left-hand, the right-hand crankcase. And then it might crisscross this time, which is correct. It's going to be crisscrossing like the base gasket went both sides on the right-hand side. Now for the other side of the cylinder, it's going to go crisscross. It's going to be one on the very top of your left-hand crankcase and then one on the lower right-hand crankcase. So this is getting crisscrossed now. Okay, so let me go and put that guy in there. Sometimes you have to budge your cylinder stud a little bit to fit them in there, but it will go in there. There you go. There we go. So we're gonna go and fit that guy in there. There we go. See how much it go in. All right. So that we got that in there now. We're gonna get that rocker arm in there. Get that lower cam chain in there, sitting in there. Okay, now we're ready to go and put our Taida 232 big valve head on the SSP-G 180 cylinder jug, 63mm piston, of course. So it's going and taken care of with the Taida one. See if I can get the aesthetic correctly. That's it. It's going in there. You guys need to see any more of the openings. Gonna do a full 360, hopefully. See it. Titanium retainers. Okay, it's going in. It's gonna face this way. The spark plug port's right there. So it's coming in. Gonna squeeze this guy in here like this. Okay. Let me go from the top view because I can't see where the cylinder studs are fitting in. Oh, there you go. Alright, there it goes. Beautiful, that slides. By the way, no less distraction. Just looked like it's just made for it. It's beautiful. Gosh, it's beautiful. Look at that. Taida 232 on the 180cc SSP-G kit. It's not going to increase our displacement, but it's definitely going to make a little bit more power for us. Displacement is only going to be increased by changing the bore and the stroker size. So we're not changing any of those. Actually, we did upgrade to extended 2.5mm Hoka stroker. So you're looking at almost close to about 190cc build here. So here we go. Maybe 185. But as far as the cops goes, it's a 150-ish. Here we go. Or 149-ish. Just to keep it within that 149 bracket. Alright, so there we go. We got that guy in there now. So we're ready to go and put our Taida rocker arms and T300. Our A17 should be coming in with the ankle biter, so we can slip that on there, no problem. But we can still test the dry fit right now with the current setup. So let me go ahead and get the Taida rocker arms assembly. And get started on putting all that head and stuff on there. Here we go. Got that here. Taida T300 cam chain. And we're gonna need to cut the tie strap soon. It's getting a little bit dirty. Okay, T300. Alright. Comes in nice assembly lube already. Assembly oil, you call it. There you go. Nice T300. The lobes. So we're going to put that guy in there. Now I really believe the champ chain is so tight already, but then again, I'm not the one that's going to say it when it's all said and done, because it might spin a little bit more freely. So we're going to go ahead and put this in there. We're going to go and cut our tie strap. We don't need any more. Job. Okay, we're getting ready for alignment soon. Now before we can align this, eventually we will go ahead and put the rocker arms slightly. In fact, we can't. We actually have to align it now because I forgot the minute we push this down, it locks the chain in place. So let's go and get our correct top dead center before we actually perfectly align this the way we want it to. So in order to get to correct top dead center, we need to make sure this stays compact while we're twisting our flywheel, because this thing can still loosen out on us. But what we can do ahead of time is we can go ahead and use these two bolts here to lock this in from actually turning. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll put the blue Loctite afterwards once we get this all tested out. So what we're doing, we're just locking this in place so we don't have to actually hold on to this anymore. We're going to put this just loosely on there. Sort of loosely on there. Just to make sure it's something holding it while it's spinning. There we go. Just in replacement of our finger holding it. A little bit better than our finger right now. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and tighten this down. 8mm. We're just putting the cam chain rail just to hold the cylinder head with the cylinder jug onto the crankcase. That prevent us from, you know, if it ever decides to pop out the piston, wrist pins and stuff, we won't have to worry. So here we go. Need an extension, probably gotta take an 8mm. I have extension somewhere here. There we go. There's my extension here. A long one too, actually. You could probably see it without me having to take you on the other side, but I'll do it anyway just to make sure you guys see exactly what I'm doing step by step. Okay, righty tighty. There we go. We got this guy here now. We gotta get this guy bolted on there tight. So do is twist. Should turn as much as I can by hand. How about that? Okay, so turn them much by hand before we. In fact, we don't need to really. We're just using this to hold the crankcase and the cylinder jug. We're not torquing this down. If you were to torque this down, you do about maybe, since these are like M6 thread size, but they're taking a M8 socket, you're probably going to torque it to about 7 to 8 foot-pound max. Not a lot of torque there. These guys, again, is 180 inch-pounds, which converts it to closer to about a good 15 and a half foot-pounds. Because even though they take an M12 socket, the studs of these guys are only probably like an M10. The thread size. Okay, so that's there. Okay, so there we go. These two are not coming apart temporarily, so we can actually adjust our flywheel accordingly the way we want it to, and then we can unlatch this and set our timing of our camshaft sprocket correctly. The reason why is we're not just going for aesthetic look. We want that big center here. This whole piece is mounted where the lobes are coming out, protruding a certain way. Since we are close to it a little bit, so what I'm going to do is go ahead and get the big holes a little bit out. Like this, just slightly. Okay, so we got the big lobes. It's a little bit slightly out. Okay, so now what we're going to do is check the timing on this real quick here. Well, this is not going to be perfect yet because we're not sure on their flywheel mark here. So again, I'm thinking borderline that we are going to time it. We probably want our flywheel. You can see here if I'm turning this, it will still spin everything freely. Eventually it's going to cause okay, so it's almost slipping off of our cam chain. I could put the rocker arm too to help balance a little bit out. But I'm just trying to need it to hold it real quick while I get this. Just don't want the chain to get crushed, that's all. Oh yeah, it's getting a little darker to see here. Bear with me. Looking for a timing mark. Too light in contrast, huh? Yeah, this is what happens when you're against the sunlight. It's not going to be the best shot. I think it's almost between the T and the other one. It's like right there. See that right there? It's just a little past the T, but between the other mark as well. I hear it, do you? So we'll leave it right there. Most close toward the little slash, but not all the way. So it's between the T and that little timing mark. So that's where we're gonna decide which one we're gonna do it. Now let's go ahead and get this guy here marked right. Now it shouldn't show any sign of hitting yet because we're not putting any pressure on the valves and so forth. So that's when you can't even tell because it's not hooked to the rocker arm yet. The rocker arm is that what pushes this valve onto near the piston. And so far, we're not worried about that yet. So let me go ahead and align this guy here. We're going to try aligning where the big mark is showing. Let's see if I can bring it over here better. Now you guys are coming in a slant angle, so it might be look a little differently than what I'm actually seeing. Okay, so let me go and take this off. Be careful not to move the cam chain. You just want to move your sprocket here, align the sprocket with the cam chain. Lift this guy up. Now, since this is super tight, every teeth needs to be perfectly aligned the way we need it to right now, because it's not going to move for us anymore when we put the cam chain tensioner. How is that? Okay, so this is, and you know what? One base gasket is still very tight. Oh, actually, oh my gosh. One base gasket and not spraying it makes a difference. You remember how tight this was? We couldn't even push it in. But look at this. Check this out. It fits perfect. Look at that. Look how loose that is. It slams down. And our chain is still loose enough. That's the power of a two base gasket. You would never think that the base gasket makes that much difference because it's such a thin piece of paper. And if you look at it, without the spray, and including without the spray of the base here, those things do make a difference. Look how much more looser it is. Unbelievable. Oh yeah. And I was thinking it's going to be tight the whole time. So we actually shouldn't even do our timing yet until we actually bolt our rocker arms, because we could still actually take this off of the cam chain, which we couldn't done before with the double base gasket. So if you look at it, I'm going to do it again real quick here. I'm going to shoot for it. Let me give it 1 second here. Okay, so if you look at it, I can still take it off, I believe. Well, I can't. It's still pretty good snug, which is good, you know. But yeah, definitely we can use the cam chain tensioner on there. So what I'm gonna do is let's see here how perfectly aligned this one could be. So let's look at it. Yep, not bad, huh? Our timing looks like about right. Look at that, smack right there. So now we're gonna put a rocker arm, but there's no more tension before, but we're going to put our rocker arm, and then we're going to scoot the taplet in a little bit more, and we're going to listen very carefully for any kind of hitting noise on the valves. And we're also going to be able to take it off back and see if it did hit quite a bit. So let's go ahead and do that. Also have some new bolts here to put on, try it out. So let me go ahead and put the rocker arms down. Our exhaust one pretty much goes in the bottom. This doesn't have a cam chain stopper anymore, the Taida one, so we're not going to use it. So we're just going to use the Taida one as it is. And let's go and get a clean top rag and wipe this out. And I'm just going to get some new bolts here. I got these ones. These are nice little color ones too, but I wish I had a complete set of 4 of them. So I have some silver ones left. So let me go ahead and get another shop rag here. Okay. Oh, by the way, we got our shock bolts now. These are it. Look at that. They're not like a copper color, black chrome, as I thought they would have been, but it's okay. See there? And these are going to go replacement of these guys right here. You can see there. You can, well, imagine if it's this way, of course. So these guys are going to go in replacement of these guys right here. Let me take it out. That way you can see it. All right. Yep, it's coming from, let's see here. Yep, PB, peanut butter, and it's coming from Pro Bolt USA right there. It comes with some washers. And check these guys out. I haven't really taken out the bag yet. But yeah, the shipping alone was quite a bit. Oh, it's another bag. There you go. This is the actual package it came in. All right, so there it is. These are the bolts. Your way to tear it into it easily. Yep. All right, look at that. Oh yeah, they are nice. Look at that. Look much better out, right? So these will be our new lock washer included. I'm gonna put the flat side against. Oh, they're very thin. Wow, these things look like they flex. Wow. Yeah, they're I guess they are compression washers because they don't look like they can serve. Man, they are flexible. I can even bend. See that? You can bend it. See that? They're like really thin. Okay, so are they both flat side? See, they are. One's a smooth side, one's a flat side, maybe. I can't tell. I guess they're both flat side. If that's the case, then that's fine. But we're gonna replace these guys out here, and we're gonna save this maybe to actually bolt our exhaust on there. We'll see. But yeah, you can see these ones here. With these ones, and they drive with some kind of hexagon bolt or Allen bolt, which I'm sure we'll be able to get. Let's get these guys off of here. So you can see they're going to go in replacement of this, and let's see how much more free space we'll have. This one I was going to use a lock washer and everything else in between. This one probably would have been a little bit more heavier duty, but for our application, I think this one should be fine. This is like specially coated. Okay. Again, these were like $7 a piece, give and take. So you can see here, it has, I guess, the washer built in already. So this little rubber part just kind of holds it in somewhat. There we go. See if I can see it. I'm sorry, black on black. There we go. Looks pretty nice. So let's see, the main thing is what we got it for was to make sure it doesn't come out too much where it hits our exhaust. So let's look at it. They're about the same height, to be honest with you. Almost about the same height. Actually, a little bit smaller, the black one, but not much. Maybe a millimeter. Maybe that makes a difference. But this looks like more of a digging hole, so I'm not sure. I guess maybe we got for aesthetic maybe more. But it should be enough there to perfectly protrude in. And if we want to, we can still put a lock washer and a regular washer in there as well. But yeah, it looks really nice. What do you think? Our new one compared to, you know, we took our Allen bolts to a whole new level here. Not bad, huh? So we'll probably get these guys on there. As far as the lock washer mechanism, I don't know. I think I might trust still the lock washer, but we'll see. I mean, this, by this not having the lock washer in there, we might maybe spread this a little bit more thinner. So it's actually maybe against versus this guy right here, where he would have come out. Yeah, this guy would come out just slightly a millimeter more, but not much. I'm sorry, this guy's not even digged all the way in. So yeah, this guy, when he drives all the way in, let's see if I can get him to drive all the way in. I know I'm jumping a little bit, I'm excited. I was gonna get some bolts and take care of the rocker arms right now, but we'll get to this. Let me just get this guy situated in here. And let me go and twist him all the way if I can. So yeah, he's gonna be sitting like that. So it's not too shabby. It does seem like it's protruding just slightly a little bit. Too bad we can't come from the other side, but the other side doesn't have thread, and this side has thread, so that's why it's made to go on this side where it's just smooth, and this one is where the thread is. So it's beautiful. It fits perfect. A little excessive here, but that's if we decide to actually put a lock washer as well on top of that. And we'll debate on that one. We might not need to. I think the vibration is not going to cause it over time to just spin out. And besides, where it's going to go is going to hit our pretty much our exhaust. So this one we might be able to have to put a lock washer in this one. But let's go ahead and assemble that guy as well, and then we'll continue back where we left off. So we'll put these Allen's one back in the Pro Bolt bag. PB, this company makes them, I believe. Yep, they're in aluminum, stainless steel, and they have titanium too. It gets more expensive. I think this was just the aluminum one. I can't imagine what the cost would be for the titanium one. Probably a little bit more, maybe triple the price. But yeah, can you imagine paying $6 just for a bolt? I mean, obviously we paid 2 of these for $4 at Home Depot, so I'm not thinking it's too far-fetched. And again, these look really sick. I think they should even design this with NCY. They should come with these for NCY, but because they look really nice. And this rubber here, or sort of a rubber slash metal, it's a pretty good feel. So let me go ahead and get the other side bolted on just to have it ready to go. I know we're not putting our scooter together yet, but it's good to have it all ready to go when we're ready. So let me go and take this guy off here. Same thread, everything. I believe they're M8 by 125 by 40 millimeter length. So lengthwise, they're about the same. You can see there the lengthwise. Sorry, on top. Oh. Take it out from all his washer. You can see the length side. Pretty much. It's all the same right there. Okay, so I'm gonna put that guy back in here. Now we're not bolting it and tightening all the way. But yeah, it does feel pretty good. And it also has a little, you can see here how it comes in like this. So it's protruding a little bit lesser than it was the cheese head bolts. But it can't go the opposite direction. We can't have this dig inside because it does need a little bit more space for it to support its head bolt. So either we reverse this and have this dig inside, but this doesn't have the groove for it to dig inside, so it won't work that way. So the only way to do is actually have it kind of TP up like that. So it's reverse and the flat head bolts. Preferably we would rather have this dig inside a little bit, but that's fine. But then it'll create a thinner wall in this area, so that's what we don't want. So, but it looks good. It looks really nice. I'm kind of happy with the purchase so far. And I can't wait to try it out and put it with the engine. I'm sure it just holds just the same. For racing, I guess every bit of lightness matters. Let me go ahead and find, there we go. Put these guys back in here. So I always like to use the lock washer, and then the washer, and then where it's going to mount to on the surface. So that's my pattern. And I put that back in our PB bag here where all the other bolts, you can see different kind of variety of bolts they got. So yeah, I'm surprised I actually ordered everything correctly on that one. And it just comes out a little bit extra slack on the very back here, only because if we decide to throw in the washer or lug nut, there's a little space for, you know, another washer or lug nut that's backing it in case we ever need to. But right now that looks perfect the way it is. So let me go ahead and get those bolts I was telling you about. So we're going to go ahead and get those guys bolted on. So they're somewhere in here. They're not in here. Probably our bolts are in our little basket there. I know we only have 2 of them here, but I got another pack of the silver ones just because I know that we're going to go ahead and start assembling the head. So let me go and find that real quick. There it goes. These are the ones right here. We also have some of these guys too. Oh no! No. So I was afraid of. These guys get shabble. Gonna be a lot more work. Not too bad. They didn't move around too much. Yep, these are the bolts here we're going to use to tighten our valve covers. And we're going to need some new washers. So let's work on some good washers here. These are good. These have lock nuts too, which we're not needing lock nuts. We just need the washer part. So let's see if these washers here will fit just right. Oh yeah, we're gonna go ahead and keep this dry for right now. Then we're gonna spray some oven cleaner. Try clean it. Let's see how this guy looked. Yeah, still the little spaticle there. I'm not really a fan of that guy. More toward the cam chain, little crits and stuff like that. I guess the spray just came on that way. So we'll let this hang out some more, or hang itself. Okay, let's go ahead and spray some Easy Oven off here, oven cleaner. And let's see, it says fume free, but let's see how well it does. Take it outside, spray it. Okay, so we're just gonna let the oven cleaner now. Let's see how the oven cleaner does to this dark grime area there. See all that dark grime? There we go. Look at that, foams up. Pretty cool. Put a little bit of that on top. Get all in that little exhaust valve entrance. Put some more. There you go. Just let it foam in there. Take it straight in there. See that? Just let it sit in there. It smells really good, like a little fresh lemon scent. You never associate having a lemon scent in your valves. So yeah, just let it sit in there. Put that in there as well. Kind of let it eat as much as we can. Just give it a good spray down. Very good. This one's okay, this area. Mainly the surface here. Alright, we'll just leave it there, let it foam up and do its thing. Set it and forget it. Put that oven cleaner back on again. Household cleaner. Hopefully to the rescue. Alright, let's go get back to where we were. We're going to go ahead. We got that guy right there. I'm really happy by it. Now it's time to complete this here. And go ahead and get everything bolted down. And we're going to test to see if it hits once we actually install the rocker arm. Going to try to find the right washers for it. We're going to install new bolts and washers just to make sure everything, get our hand clean, touching everything else. Want to make sure there's no dirt on your hands when you're touching your engine components, any lint or anything like that. All right. Okay, keep this clean. Okay, we're gonna put some new dowel pins. Help us align. Dowel pin goes diagonal, now it goes the opposite.